Hello. So I've convinced the team that are behind the camera to allow me to tell you a story today. And this is very important because you know I love stories because they teach us a lot. So this is really for almost anyone who is in gainful employment of whatever kind. I used to live in Johannesburg at some point in my life, and I stayed in Midrand and I was working in Bloemfontein. And this one time I was late for work, and I think it was going for 10, and I'm driving on the M1 and I'm listening to the radio, and this lady called. I don't really listen to radio, but I mean, it was interesting. The lady calls the studio. It's a show, it's on a radio segment, and it's called Ask a Man. You must ask. If you want to know from a woman's perspective, you want to know a man's perspective on things, you can call this. So the phone rings and the studio answers and say, "Hello, Anonymous, how are you?" And you know, this very quiet, sad lady answers and she's like, "Hello, I am good. Thank you for taking my call. So I'm experiencing a problem in my life. What's happening is my husband has been hitting me and abusing me physically for a number of years, but it's really escalated at the moment because now he's hitting me on my face and it's starting to affect my work because obviously I have to take time off, you know, to avoid people asking me questions about the scars." I mean, at this point, I'm listening to this and I'm thinking, wow, shame, ne, poor lady. And they say, in studio, oh, we're so sorry, Anonymous. And she continues, she says, so what's worrying me is that if I lose my job, we're all going to be compromised financially because we've got kids, and obviously the income will be impacted because I'm the only breadwinner. Okay, so at this juncture, the Zibu in me is saying, girl, you're making the money. Go, okay? But she continues. So she's like, but also, I don't want to leave him because I'm scared that people will judge me for leaving him because my partner is in a wheelchair. So, then the question comes in studio like, whoa, Anonymous, can you explain to us? So you mean to tell us that your husband is in a wheelchair? And she says, yes. And so, how can he be hitting you in your face if he's in a wheelchair? If he's wheelchair bound, how can he be hitting you in your face? Why don't you like run behind the couch or something, okay? Because obviously the wheelchair can't access the couch. And I mean, at that time, I mean, my mind just, I was boggled. It got me thinking, like, how much must you hate yourself to be presenting yourself to a person that sits it down, giving them your face for them to beat you? Because basically this is what was happening in Anonymous's life. And I thought, oh my goodness, so this is the most, I mean, and she's the breadwinner, and you know, so it defies all of the different logics that we have. But I started applying that lesson and looking at what I experience with my clients. I have clients that will tell me that they hate their jobs, that the place is toxic, that they are being bullied at work, that I mean, there's just no joy, that they dread it. On Sunday, they get this feeling at the pit of their stomach. But come Monday morning, they bath, they put on makeup, they get dressed, and they go to this place which they hate and which is silently killing them. And I ask myself, how different is that from Anonymous? Because there's no job that's going to come to your house, pull you out of your bed, dress you, and take you to it. Just like she presents herself to that husband in a wheelchair to get beaten up, you are presenting yourself to this workplace and this employer that is beating your spirit up. And essentially, the solution that you had when I was telling you about Anonymous is the solution for your own life. It's just clearer when you hear about somebody else. So when it comes to living a gainful life, when it comes to making money, when it comes to becoming wealthy and successful, you really need to ask yourself, if you are an anonymous in your own life and you keep presenting yourself to spaces and to incidents that do not add value into your life, then that might be the reason why every single month you are getting rid of your money. Okay, so in the book we've got a chapter on money beliefs, which is co-written by a very good friend of mine, an author, Busiseleso, and I really encourage you to read that chapter and to really start analyzing your own feelings and analyzing your behaviors and understanding how it is that you are becoming anonymous in your own personal space and how that's affecting your work life, your life in general, and your relationships with money and with other people. And from Money Revolution South Africa, that's the story for today.